Welcome to the Tea of Interest with Rafi Starr.
Hey guys, welcome to the Tea of Interest. Today I will be talking about my ancestry and how finding out about your ancestry could possibly prevent the next world war. My friends, have you ever been curious about your ancestry? You should probably go down the rabbit hole and check it out. I have. I have found out a lot. I have learned a lot just from going down that rabbit hole. And I'm going to be sharing with you a presentation of what I found out from my family history.
My friends, I had to go back in time to find out more about my ancestry, back to the Visigoths defeating Rome, and back when the Iberian Peninsula had a power struggle, fighting off the Islamic rule of the Almoravids. The Reconquista, or the Reconquest, was a very long campaign that took 800 years of fighting, battle after battle, bloodshed after bloodshed. Iberian Peninsula has seen the most bloodshed our world has ever seen. Alfonso X was the Wise King, and he took over most of the land in the Iberian Peninsula, establishing a kingdom, creating the 7 laws which are used in our American Constitution today. The nobles created family crests that would be recognized by the kingdoms of Castile-Leon. But then the Black Plague spread, killing about 130 million people, making this one of the darkest ages for humanity. Even Alfonso XI died from the Black Plague. But the kingdoms united after that, and noble families were allowed to create house family crest, which leads me to my house family crest, that later travels across the Atlantic to the island of Hispaniola, which is now Dominican Republic. Our first settler, Santiago Estrella. He created the family tree Pablo, Andrea, Bernarda, Isidro Estrella, who then gives birth and brings up Juan Bautista Estrella Duran, my great-grandfather, who then has my grandfather, Rafael Estrella Ureña, who ended up studying law and serving a 2-term presidency from 1930 to 1932 in Dominican Republic along Rafael Trujillo Molina. However, Trujillo Molina would betray my grandfather and end up killing
So,
him.
just in case you didn't know, Rafael Trujillo Molina was a bad dictator, very bad dictator that massacred Haitians on the Parsley Massacre in 1937. He hated them. He was ruling with an iron fist, and he would oppose anybody that tried to challenge him. He would silence them. He would silence anybody that got in his way. Eventually, he had to be assassinated to get out of power. So the story behind Rafael Trujillo Molina and my grandfather was that they both conspired together to oust the president at the time. And Trujillo Molina was the head of the police at the time. And my grandfather was the creator of the Republican Party in Dominican Republic. They sought to take the power from the capital, and they did it together. So my grandfather studied law in the University of Santo Domingo. He created the Republican Party in Dominican Republic. Him and his rebels from Santiago took over the capital of Santo Domingo with the help of Trujillo Molina, who then would later become a dictator, succeeding my grandfather, and he would end up betraying my grandfather. So you ask me, how can this prevent war? Well, knowledge is everything. Knowing is half the battle. So knowing who you align yourself with, knowing who you align yourself with, knowing who you are going to deal with for the next decades, years, the next generations, they need to learn from their ancestry. That way we don't make the same mistakes and we can prevent the next war. Even though before the Middle Ages, there was bloodshed over power struggles, lands, and religion. And we have the same landscape today. It's just a bigger world with better weapons. We could be running into the inevitable or delaying the inevitable, but I do have hope on humanity to curb the violence and stop the spread of violence any further. We can get past it as humans. We can do better. All those years we spent fighting throughout the centuries, we could have been building. We could have been in space already. We could have been in Mars. So that is my message for today. We have to make amends. We have to recognize that we must live together. Humans are not going anywhere. No matter how many of us kill each other, we're always going to survive. So we need to construct and research, stop the bloodshed, and just progress as a species, as a race. Thank you for tuning in, guys, to the Tea of Interest. Till next time.
Listen to me, the first order.